Hey y'all, welcome back to At the Table Podcast, a virtual table where we discuss all things young adulting. I am your host, Fikayo, and thank you so much for having me in your ears. Okay, you guys, y'all know I love having this podcast. I love being able to come on here and talk to y'all. I love the community we're building. I love everything about it, and I really couldn't have done it all without you. So thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for loving on me, and thank you so much for loving on my podcast. Okay, let's get into today. Today is just a talk. We are going to talk and we're going to see where the conversation leads us. And of course, we have to start with our first few segments. And how have you been praying is obviously the first one. If you are not familiar with this segment, it's just a segment to encourage prayer because here at the table we say grace, we pray. So, how have you been praying? Me lately, I have been praying for everything. I know that sounds so cliche, but really lately I've really been trying to tap into my prayer life. And I've been praying before, but I definitely want to start doing it more intentionally and also subconsciously throughout the entire day. But I don't know, there's this vision of the type of woman I want to become in my head, and I've really been praying fervently that God should help me become that woman because I do believe that it is according to his will that I become that woman. But God, like, please help me figure out the next steps and the step after that and the step after that. So that's where my prayers have been around and what they've been looking like, just while one being more intentional about praying. So I've been praying about everything, but specifically about the woman that I'm trying to grow up to be. I'm really excited about her. I think she's bomb, and I really hope that I'm able to get to know her in the future. And I will. Okay. Now, what have we been snacking on? If you are not familiar with this segment of the podcast, this is just talking about everything that is like happening in our lives, anything that we're thinking about also. I mean, it could be something that you're snacking on. And let me tell you guys what I've been snacking on, like actual food that I have been loving. Let me tell you something. Your girl is a sucker for a good charcuterie board. I don't know. I don't know. It's something about the crackers and the cheese and the way it's decorated and the nuts and the honey and the jam. I don't know. I don't know if it's something about the aesthetic or how it tastes, but oh my gosh. I went somewhere last weekend, and they had a charcuterie board set out, and I had the most delicious cracker, cheese, salami, pickle combination in the whole world. And can you imagine? I have been waking up from my sleep to go and snack on that. I am so ashamed. I am not proud to tell you that, but it is the truth. It is my truth. And oh my gosh, it is so good. But yeah, that is literally what I've been snacking on. But later on, we're going to talk about all the things that are happening. All right, so let's move on to our catching up segment. How have you guys been? For real, for real. Like, how have you been? Have you been exercising? Have you been doing your walks? Have you been journaling? Have you been praying? Like, for real, how are you? I hope you're good. I really do hope you're good because I don't want you to be sad. I really don't. If you need a friend, if you need to talk to someone, give me a call. I love a good conversation. I love knowing people and getting to love on people. But aside from that, I hope you're doing good. I'm doing okay. Well, since today is Let's Just Talk Day, we can kind of just go into our segments now or our main topic now. And I'm doing okay. I'm happy. I'm content. I am a busy girl. Jeez Louise. If you are not on my calendar, we're not seeing each other type of busy girl. Every day has its own tasks that I need to get on. And I've been doing so well with eliminating procrastination and all the other things, but it's literally just because of my very detailed and my commitment to like having my to-do list and getting as much as humanly possible checked off of my to-do list by the next day. And I understand just even the importance of having all the things like done by the end of the day, because it's a big deal. Like I need to get, usually I do need to get like everything I need to get done so that I don't get overwhelmed later. And I've been doing a very good job at not being overwhelmed, but a girl is busy. I am tired all the time. Um, I live really long days, but I don't know if I would have it any other way. Maybe it could be a little slower, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I like everything that I'm doing. I like my jobs. I love this podcast. I love the extra activities that I do. I love the places that I'm involved in. I love my friends. I love my family. I am busy though, but I love like where I am right now in life. And another thing that I've really been working on, and I've really been like loving, is productivity. Anything, everything that has to do with productivity. I literally go on YouTube and I watch all the productivity girlies do all the productivity things. And I just love to see the way that people organize their lives. I think it's so inspiring. And I realize I know people lie on YouTube and say they do stuff a certain way and they might not actually do it in reality, but I really do hope all of these girlies are doing the routines and the tricks and tips that they say they do, because I do all of mine, and I would hate for you to be telling me to do something that isn't even, it's not practical. But I love a good productivity routine. I love a good productivity video. I love looking at other people's tips and implementing them in my life, or even seeing how some of the things that I naturally just have kind of work for other people, and I'm like, okay, I'm not just weird. For example, right? I have a digital alarm clock. So like I have an alarm clock that you actually have to hit on the top of the head. I don't know why, but my phone alarm clock does not work for me. I will sleep right through it. And also probably because my phone is usually right under me when I'm sleeping. So like it's so easy to just hit snooze. But with my actual, like, I hit on the top of the head alarm clock, I have to kind of wake up, open my eyes. My brain kind of has to think about like a few things, like, oh my goodness, I'm awake. Okay, the alarm is making noise. Let me shut it off. Okay, let me get all the way to the alarm. Let me figure out the right button to press, or it's just gonna be beeping in the next 15 minutes. You get me? You get me? So there's a lot of mental somethings that go into the alarm. Anyway, Sha, so a lot of those productivity girls, they do the exact same thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, me too. So it's one of those things that I know that I would definitely be keeping because it works for me, just like journaling works for me. Oh my gosh, I just love productivity girls. And I think that's my current hyperfixation. Have we talked about that? How I get hyperfixated on some certain things? I don't know, but I am one of those girls that I have to be very careful in what I am like watching and listening and hearing, because once my spirit clicks to something, you guys, it takes a very long time for it to unclick. And in that moment, the only thing that will be on my mind from that time till the end of whenever the hyperfixation cycle ends will be that thing that I'm currently hyperfixating on. My plant hyperfixation was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. And now I have like over 20 plus plants that I have to take care of. I love my plants, don't get me wrong, but looking back, I had a serious problem. So it's one of those things that I just have to be very attentive to, and I need to make sure that whatever I am hyper fixating on is productive. So I'm, I'm able to like move forward with my life and not be stuck on one specific thing. Um, but yeah, is that's one side of all the things. What else? I wrote a list. Oh, another thing that I've been doing lately, you guys, I don't know if y'all have probably heard about this book, but it's called The Artist Way, right? And I don't know, it's supposed to unlock your inner creative or something of the sort. And I was like, I saw it come up on my For You page a few times. I was like, I don't really need this. Like, I'm really not even really trying to tap into my creative artist, whatever. But then it kept popping up, kept popping up, kept popping up. And I was like, if this isn't the For You TikTok God speaking, I don't know what is. And they have a little algorithm. So maybe they're like, baby girl, maybe you need to tap in. I don't know. I don't know. But I was like, it ain't nothing but a thing. Let me go in, download it on my book, whatever, and let me start flipping through the first few pages. And then I did, and then I realized that like they was actually dropping some gems. Like it was actually pretty good aside from just even the whole creative brain whatever. It was really good life advice even just within the first few pages that I was like, okay, I do think I want to invest some more time into this. Now, I'm already physically reading enough books. I kind of mm, I can't do that I can't do that right now. So I went to go buy the audiobook on Audible. Shout out Audible. Y'all wanna sponsor me? Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, I went to go buy the audiobook on Audible, and I've been listening to it. Just, going through and it's a 12-week program, but for the first week I'm just gonna keep listening to the first week over and over again and really ruminate on it. But anyway, going back to why I even began to tell you about this. They have like rules you have to follow every day, right? And one of those rules is the artist page. And it's essentially you have to write 3 pages every single morning. That's it. 3 pages every morning. And I've been doing that. Well, really, it's only been 2 days. So hold on, hold on. But I have been doing the 3 pages, and it feels nice. It feels nice for someone who is like super productive, always on the move, always doing something. It feels good to be able to have somewhere where I'm given the ability to kind of just unload. And I've always been journaling, but usually my journaling was just kind of, well, I kind of talk a little bit about the day or what I plan to do today, or I talk about yesterday, and then I read my 2 books that I read in the morning, and then I write about the books. But usually, if I'm being lazy, like it won't even pass one whole page. And I have a moleskin and a small one, so it won't even pass like one whole page. But because I have to do 3 pages, it makes me have to write. So all the little thoughts that come up, like it makes me catch them and write about them. And I like the intentionality of it. And I'm very, very curious to see where this takes me. I hope I do become a better writer and a better narrator off of this, but I'm very, very interested, very excited. Oh, this should take me to my next point of what I've been kind of thinking about right now as well. And I'm really trying to get better at storytelling, which is another reason why I have this podcast, because obviously it's going to help me be able to be a better speaker and also be able to figure out how to better engage audience in a way that I probably wouldn't have learned if I didn't have a podcast. So I am trying to become a better storyteller and figure out how to do this, because I'm realizing that even in the industry that like my career seems to be going, I need to be able to talk very well. And I need to be able to articulate my ideas in a way that is easy to follow and in a way that is also captivating. So that's another thing I'm learning. But yeah, I think whew, that was a lot. That was a lot. If anything else pops up, I will bring it up. But I have a podcast schedule where I list out everything we're going to talk about, right? And this week, my podcast schedule was being a gardener. Now, I know that's going to sound really, really, really hippie-ish. And I'm not talking about no tomatoes, I'm not talking about okra, but I'm talking about being a gardener of your life. And that's really been a concept that I've been trying to implement into my life and my daily routines and my daily structure. The fact that in this stage of life that I am in, I really should be treating my life as a big garden, right? And making sure that I am planting seeds in my life, or I'm cultivating seeds in my life that maybe one day, they will grow. And I'm doing this right now in several different ways. I am attending to several different things right now, which is why I'm also a very busy girl. But these are all things that I inevitably want to do. Um, and they are all things that I do believe mean a lot to me. So it's me being intentional about making sure, one, that I'm not wasting my youth, and two, that I'm actually doing something with my youth. So this podcast is an obvious seed that I'm planting. My job and my career is an obvious seed that I'm planting. Um, there are some other things that are in the works right now in my life that are some obvious seeds, and think I think that's how life is supposed to be, right? I'm not sure. But even if you read the Bible, there's so many references to like our lives as a garden, or even just being plants in agriculture. There's so many. Even the like the good soil parable. Being placed in good soil is so important. Oh my goodness. Even that's my prayer point right now. Like, God, please, I really want to be good soil, because it doesn't matter the seeds that I'm planting right now. It doesn't matter. If my soil isn't good, they're not going to grow. That's just the beginning and the end of it. If my soil isn't good, they're not going to grow. So I'm like asking God, like, please, like, I really hope that my soil is good so that these seeds that I'm putting in are able to absorb all the nutrients in the ground and begin to grow. And with that, who is the ultimate gardener? God, obviously. He is the ultimate gardener of my life. The Bible refers to that as well. And I'm just hoping that I am placed near good water. There's a verse in Jeremiah. It talks about being placed near good water. Oh, I really hope I'm placed near good water. So the roots of my seeds that I'm planting today are able to grow very strong. You know, anyway, this is the philosophy that I have been carrying around for the last year, really, and it seems to be helping me so much. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there for everyone. I really wanted to talk about it on my podcast because it means a lot. It means a lot. It's so heavy. There's so much depth to it. Maybe I'll have someone on here, and like someone much much smarter than me. I'm actually thinking of someone right now, but someone much much smarter than me who can help me talk about this much more in depth. But I think that if there's any type of service that we can give ourselves today, it's treat your life like it's a garden. Grow seeds. Grows good seeds too. Well, then now that I'm thinking about it though, honestly, all of our lives are gardens. Some people just may not be growing good seeds. Some people may not be good soil. Some people may not be placed in the right place. Some people may not even have a gardener. But I think it is important, as a youth, to incorporate all of these things into your life just to ensure that tomorrow's gonna be okay. I don't know much, and I'm trying to figure it out just as much as y'all are, trust me. But this one I feel a little good on. I feel confident on this ideology. I feel confident on this mindset. And that was what I wanted to talk about. How was it? Was it good? Were you inspired? Did it have you thinking a little bit? What seeds are you gonna plant, darling? Hmm? Let me know. Answer it, and I'm gonna put it in the poll. Tell me what seeds do you have growing? And maybe I do want to do eventually a thing where we start, like, I read off the answers that y'all give me, because I really want this to be more of a collaborative. That's not even the word, no idea. I want this to be more of a collaborative, engaging platform. And also, all the way in episode, what is this, 18 probably, I am about to add a new segment. Bam. And this new segment is going to be the W for the week. Look at the millennials. Look at them. They are influencing me. My sisters are influencing me. But yeah, the W of the week. And we're just going to think about the W's we got this week, okay? All right. And oh my goodness, maybe this could be the segment where, I put it up on Instagram and then I have people answer it and then I come on here and I read what y'all say. And me too. I also answer my own. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Do you like that? What do you think? If you like it, DM me and tell me yes, girl. Do that. The W of the week is good. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So, my W this week is we are officially sponsored. We have our very first sponsor, BetterHelp. Cue the ad right now.
Hold on one second. Editing Fikayo here. Y'all know here at the table we do not play about mental health, and I just wanted to take a moment to recognize our sponsor, BetterHelp, who is dedicated in making therapy more accessible and affordable for everyone. BetterHelp is an online platform that provides therapy services right from the comfort of your own home. With BetterHelp, you can connect with a licensed therapist who specializes in various areas such as anxiety, depression, relationship issues, trauma, and much more. And you can do it from the convenience and flexibility of your own home. Personally, I have had the opportunity to experience the benefits of BetterHelp firsthand. When I signed up, I was able to specify my preference for a Christian therapist, and they matched me with an incredible woman who made a profound impact on my life. The weekly sessions and group therapy were invaluable to my personal growth. I also loved the feature in the app that allowed me to journal, knowing that my therapist would be able to review it before our next session. If you're feeling unsure about where to start, or if something is interfering with your happiness or your goals, therapy can provide you with the tools to approach your life in a different way. BetterHelp understands the challenges of finding a suitable therapist, especially when it's limited to locational options. And that is why they have made the process easier than ever. Simply fill out a few questions and they'll match you with a professional therapist within just a few days. To sign up and get matched with a therapist, visit betterhelp.com/Fikayo. By using the link in my podcast description, you'll not only be supporting this channel, but you'll receive a special offer of 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. It is important to note that finding the right therapist is just a bit like dating. If you find that your initial match isn't the perfect fit, don't worry. It is easy to switch to another therapist without the stress of dealing with insurance or any type of limitations. So if you're struggling and seeking support, I highly recommend considering online therapy with BetterHelp. Just click the link in my podcast description or visit betterhelp/Fikayo. And yeah, once again, I want to express my gratitude to BetterHelp for supporting At the Table podcast for their commitment to improving mental health access for all. Now, let's get back to our conversation.
Boom. Great. Yeah, we have an ad, BetterHelp, and my little heart is tinkering because this is just the beginning for At the Table. This is just the beginning for us. And thank you so much. I'm talking about you right there listening to me. Thank you so much, because I couldn't have done it without you. I wouldn't be here without you. There would be no podcast without you. So thank you so much for giving me your time and giving me your day. And it's just not a small thing for me. It really isn't. Okay, I think that's it. I think I'm all talked out. Um, I think it's time to wash off the dishes and clear the table. Every single time I want to say that, I never know how it's gonna go, because I know what it's supposed to kind of sort of entail in my head, but when I say it, something different always comes out. Okay, we're gonna do that again. I think it's time to clear the table and wash off the dishes. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please, please, please give me all the stars and give me all the follows. I need it to kind of grow up on all the platforms and kind of be seen more. That would be so great. It helps and really supports this podcast. We have an Instagram now. at the table underscore pod. Please go follow us there. We are doing some poppin' things over there. If you want to see the face behind the voice, please follow me at Fikayo, Fikayo. And then from there, you'll be able to see all the other things that I do. And then, one last thing, BetterHelp. Yes, please, 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 if you are looking for therapy, if you need help, if you're looking for some type of assistance, it doesn't matter. Please use my link and just do what the link says and do all the things, and it'll give you 10% off of your first month with BetterHelp. And this is just me trying to help you guys, um, and trying to make sure that my tablers, we really do need to figure out a name for y'all. But my family, you guys here at the table with me are well taken care of. This is a little thing I can do. I'm invested in you. I believe in you. I love you. Do you know that? Okay. All right. Okay, this is it. Um, I hope you pray all the time and laugh really loud. Hmm? Okay.